welcome students, families, faculty, guests to the commencement ceremony of our 7th graduating class, the class of 2024. Please take a seat.
Bienvenidos estudiantes, familias, profesores y invitados a la ceremonia de graduación de nuestra séptima clase, la clase 2024.
Hello, I'm Jesse Perez.
I am Jesus Rodriguez.
And I'm Juan Ramirez.
We'd like to ask before we begin that you silence phones and electronic devices. We'd also like to remind you that during the ceremony, photographers will be capturing moments from the audience and the stage, and all these pictures will be available online for free after the ceremony. Parents and guests may not approach the stage until after the ceremony has concluded.
Hola, mi nombre es Jesse Perez.
Mi nombre es Jesus Rodriguez.
Y mi nombre es Juan Ramírez. Antes de comenzar, nos gustaría decirles que silencien sus teléfonos y dispositivos electrónicos. También nos gustaría recordarles que durante la ceremonia, los fotógrafos estarán capturando los momentos de la audiencia y el escenario. Todas estas imágenes estarán disponibles en línea de forma gratuita. Después de la ceremonia, los padres y invitados no pueden acercarse al escenario hasta que haya concluido la ceremonia.
Hello, I'm Ana Benitez.
And I'm Jacqueline Guerrero.
And on behalf of the class of 2024, we would like to welcome our first student speaker, selected by the students of class of 2024, Jason Resendez. Hola, mi nombre es Ana Benitez.
Y mi nombre es Jacqueline Guerrero. En representación de la clase 2024, nos gustaría dar la bienvenida a nuestro primer estudiante orador seleccionado por los estudiantes de la clase 2024, Jason Resendez.
Esteemed faculty, on behalf of all my peers present today, I thank you all for your involvement in all of our success. Whether you were laying down the foundation since 2014 or any time during these past 4 years, I thank you. Thank you for your guidance during times of confusion or frustration. Thank you for your commitment to our sometimes dreadful schedule. Thank you for our hours spent diligently working towards lessons and extracurriculars. More specifically, thank you, Mr. Salko, for exemplifying the values our family has been accustomed to in order to operate such a system for so long. All your efforts are noticed and highly appreciated. Families, especially our guardians who never grew tired of forcing us to wake up, listening to hours of complaints regarding ungraded assignments, or even enduring our teenage angst these past 4 years. Familias, especialmente nuestros papás, que nunca se cansaron a despertarnos de escuchar horas de jarros sobre tareas no calificadas o incluso de soportar nuestras angustias adolescentes estos últimos 4 años. Quería dar agregar por mi abuela por darme amor y motivación para estar donde estoy hoy. Gracias, abuela. Te amo. And most importantly, class of 2024, to my peers who strove for greatness while exiting a global pandemic, those who tirelessly maintained their academics while working, and all those who, despite all odds, arrived here, sharing this surreal honor. Displaying our accomplishments in this heartfelt ceremony. Welcome and thank you all for attending Equipo Academy's 7th graduation for class of 2024. Originally, when I began the search for our grade's legacy, remarks made by Danny Sanchez came to mind, as his positive energy has consistently reminded our team that impossible truly is not. Similarly, reassurance of Denila's kindness arrived in my mind, setting my tone towards a more personalized representation of my class. Notable moments of AB's passionate dances and mischievous smiles that brought happiness to everyone present. While it would have been nice to have brainstormed hilarious senior pranks with Dorian, I wholeheartedly understood the concern Carlos M. and Giovanna had in jeopardizing their college acceptances. In every case, I came to the conclusion. Our legacy was to be ourselves, at all times, unapologetically. While due in part of our overwhelmingly egos, we voiced our concern together as a family whenever we felt underappreciated, united by our sheer eagerness to not only be disregarded as a significant graduating class, this class of selfless individuals fostered this environment I had the honor of representing today. Every one of my peers here today have a multitude of accomplishments to celebrate. But do not exit this ceremony with the thought of a finale. You will now be navigating the most important era of your entire life. The voyage towards greatness is fueled and prepared to be conquered. These following months will feel dreamlike, but so has every other elevation of our lives, which is why we have harnessed the craft of sailing these waves of uncertainty, plunging into this ocean of indecision. We are all these waves, clashing in unison as a team, creating this vast sea of endless interactions. And right when these moments amount to any of us going overboard, we all level to a tranquil, smooth surfing sea. Now, as I look around this ceremony today, the majority of our class have practically grown up together, accompanying each other through every reading zone, college trip, or even one of Saco's unforgettable all teams. Senioritis has plagued each graduating class in various amounts, but not only were we capable of prioritizing showing out and looking good while doing it, we were able to reassure one another to remain unapologetically ourselves, even in times of doubt. This may be evidence of our time ending together, but is only relief that we will always hold one another's memories, experiences, and destinies close to our souls. Therefore, to all my peers, hit the ground running. None of us have any more excuses to not only be incredibly successful in our desired career paths, but to also show all of our parents and our ancestors what we truly were capable of. Each of us have demonstrated how easily we are capable of achieving greatness. Now to further solidify that outside the warehouse we called home, by remaining true to ourselves. Thank you, and please feel free to embrace our final moments together with the company of these lovely people and ceremony celebrations.
Hello, I am Mr. Wozniak.
And I'm Miss Reed.
Please join us in welcoming to the stage your second student speaker, selected by the faculty, Joel Bernal.
Hola, él es Mr. Wozniak y Miss Reed y los invitan a unirse a nosotros para dar la bienvenida al escenario a su segundo estudiante orador seleccionado por la facultad, Joel Bernal.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joe Bernal, and I first want to start off by thanking my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He has allowed me to reach the end of this chapter in my life, and I thank Him for giving me the life I live as well as the opportunity to talk to you all today. It's crazy to think that when I first moved to this school, I was a completely different person. I didn't like school, nor did I care for school. I didn't understand that with every challenge, there is an opportunity to grow. I also didn't know how much the people around me would impact my life. This brings me to the story of the Chinese farmer. This farmer was a regular man in the village. He had his family, had his cattle, and he had a horse that he loved. One day, the farmer's favorite horse ran away. The people of the village came and said, "This is so terrible." The farmer said, "I don't know if this is terrible. We'll see tomorrow." The next day, the farmer's son came back riding on the horse that ran away. The people of the village say, "This is great. Your son was able to find your horse." The farmer says, "I don't know if this is great. We'll see tomorrow." The next day, the farmer's son is riding the horse and he falls off and breaks his back. The people of the village say, "This is bad luck. You got your horse back, but your son's back is broken now." The farmer said, "I don't know if this is bad luck. We'll see tomorrow." The next day, the army comes to the village and says that everyone under the age of 21 or 25 and that is able to work will be recruited because we are going to war and we need soldiers. The farmer then said, "My son's back is broken, so he can't work, and therefore he can't be recruited." Everyone in the village was ecstatic because his son didn't have to go to war. But again, the farmer said, "I don't know if this is a good thing. We'll see tomorrow." I tell this parable to inform you all that one bad day does not determine your life and vice versa with a good day. Everything that happens in your life happens for a reason. You can choose to power through to become stronger, for you know that good days are coming, or you can let it consume you. It's your choice. After the first quarter of my 7th grade year, my mom moved me to Equipo. The second day being at Equipo, as we were leaving campus, I remember telling my mom that I don't think I would like this school. Little did I know, I was wrong. I've grown so much over the years, and that wouldn't be possible without the lovely teachers and friends that I have made that have allowed me to persevere through the process of me moving schools. So I thank all of you. This parable not only represented that with every new challenge comes a new opportunity to grow, but that your perspective on that challenge or issue is everything. When I first arrived at Equipo, I wasn't focused on the challenges and opportunities that were in front of me. I was focused on old friends and old experiences. Equipo was the first school that I went to that had core values that represented the school. These core values being respect, integrity, perseverance, passion, empowerment, and team love and family. Over the years, I was able to embody these core values. For example, in 8th grade during the Yeti Awards, my first Yeti Awards, I was voted for integrity. To this day, I still have the medal that I received because it has a special place in my heart. To a certain extent, the school has become my home for two main reasons. First, my mom works here, so I had to stay a little longer the majority of the time. But also because this school has seen me grow, the same as when your parents see you grow. I didn't know that this school would be such a growing opportunity, but I am glad to have moved here. What allowed me to change my mind about the school and allowed me to come to love this school is that I changed my perspective. I knew I wasn't going to any other school, so I had to change my perspective. Once I did that, I started to see how great the school really was, and that it was my ignorance and attachment that I had to old friends and my old school that was keeping me from seeing the bright future I had ahead of me. I'd like to thank all the teachers again for being a part of my journey in this chapter of my life. To the friends that became brothers to me, I appreciate you guys very much. You guys have always been there for me, and I can't thank you guys enough. I never thought I would be able to have such a close and powerful connection with people outside of my family. I want to expand my thanks to a person that I believe doesn't get enough recognition, that person being Mr. Sacco. There are not enough words that can express the gratitude I have for you. To be honest, I never understood Mr. Sacco, but that all changed junior year when I was in his college prep math class. This is where I was able to see that you not only care about creating a school that can allow us to reach places we never thought we could reach, but that you understand that allowing students to slack off will not allow them to reach those places. I also had his class senior year by choice. This is a year where Sacco became one of my favorite teachers. I appreciated your strictness because that allowed me to excel in math in a way I never thought I could. When I first arrived in middle school, I hated math with a passion. That all changed when I arrived at your class. You taught math in a way that not only made me understand it, but I also came to love math as a subject. You also provided my mom with a job at your school, which I thank you for because the relationship between my mom and I has grown tremendously. My mom working at my school also showed me the work that teachers and staff members put into the school, but most importantly, the work you put in. And for all of these reasons, I thank you, Mr. Sacco. For my classmates, we did it. We finished 13 years of school, and I'd like to say I'm proud of every single one of you. Majority of us grew up together, so I've seen the hard work needed to be put in to reach this point. Every single one of you has a purpose, and I want you all to remember that. As long as you follow your dreams, nothing can or will hold you back. You are the only one that can set limits for yourself, but now that we are in the real world, make sure to not have limits. Prove those that doubt you wrong and make those who believe in you proud. If you have no one that believes in you, just know I believe in you and God will always believe in you. I wish all of you the best of luck on this journey of life. Last but certainly not least, my mother. I know her as mom, but many of you know her as Mrs. Narrows. Everything good about me came from you. My early childhood was not easy for any of my family. The one thing that allowed me to enjoy my childhood was that my mom always found a way. You found a way to raise 3 children on your own. You found a way to pay bills, put food in our stomachs, as well as put clothes on our backs. When I think about strong, I think about you. You never gave up on us, and although you could have been hard on us at times, we can't blame you. You were doing the best you could and in the best way you knew how. I know I don't say it enough, but I love you, and I want you to know that everything I do is for you. I never saw you quit, so I know that there is nothing in this life that can stop me from reaching my goals. With all of this being said, the story of the Chinese farmer reminds us that life is full of twists and turns, and what seems good or bad at first glance may prove to be the opposite in the end. Embrace the uncertainties of life with calmness, knowing challenges bring opportunities for growth and learning. Thank you all for listening, and may God bless all of you.
Buenos días, familias y amigos, y gracias. Gracias por estar aquí hoy, en esta hermosa hora, para nuestros graduados. Gracias por el amor, el tiempo y el compromiso que le brindaron a sus estudiantes y a todos los estudiantes de nuestro equipo. Y gracias por toda su colaboración con nuestra facultad. Espero que hoy te sientas muy orgulloso. Este también es su día. Gracias, familias. In class of 2024, we've now graduated 6 classes of Equipo Academy students, and today we will graduate our 7th. 7, people say, is a lucky number. You all are a lucky bunch, and we are lucky to have had you. I use the word experience when I talk about knowing you, because it has been an experience from 6th grade through 12th. I'm looking at Hansel as I say that. Because my time with each of you, from Brian to Sandra to Miguel Angel to Kiara to Walter and Denilah and Annalise and Max, all of you, I could stand here and talk about each one of you. Each of you has been an experience to know that I will never forget. So when I thought about this moment and about this class and about what I would say to you before handing off my last stack of diplomas as a principal, I realized I didn't want to talk about famous lines from literature or take some pretty piece of life advice off a shelf to give you. I wanted to talk about you, about what we've learned from you, and about all the places you're going to go. You know, it's funny to be following Jason and Joel as your selected class speakers today, because the first time I really got to know the two of them was together at your 7th grade trip to class trip to Death Valley. Parents here will understand that if you have 7 children, the 7th one is going to get a little different treatment than the 6 that came before. So on our first trip to Death Valley, Mr. Smith, Miss Warbelow, Miss Roberts, and myself, we were all on high alert, making sure tents were perfect, taking turns guarding the group from coyotes and anything that would mess with them at night, walking people to the restroom by flashlight one by one anytime they asked us. By the time we got to your class, we weren't doing any of that. I remember pitching my tent, warning you all not to leave yours or make noise until sunrise, and then promptly going to sleep. So I was pretty annoyed when I woke up in the middle of the night and I hear voices out and about in the dark. Someone has to tell him, I hear outside my tent. And I zippered open the flap to see Jason and his whole crew standing there shining lanterns in my face. Mister, it's kind of windy, and Joel's about to fly away. I was so annoyed, yet I could hear this howling wind coming through the caverns all around us. And then I look over where their tent should have been, And all I can see is an 8-person Coleman flapping in the air, hot Cheetos and sour gummy worms falling out of the windows, and there's Joel, faithfully holding one corner of this flimsy shelter with one hand and a rope and a stake from the other. Obviously, we made it to be here today, but anything and everything with you all is an experience. You test the limits of every space we put you in, and you taught me that day that they really don't call it Death Valley for nothing. After Death Valley, you were a part of that middle school team that gave Equipo its first 5-star rating in 2019. Nobody thought you could do that, and no other middle school in East Vegas had done that before. But you did. I still remember Hansel and one of his 15 laptops buckling down, too soon? Buckling down and taking each one of those SBAC tests, MAP tests, and WIDA tests. That wasn't a coincidence, Mrs. Cisneros, that Hansel was in my room for every test, was it? But you worked so hard. And as high schoolers, you have been the most unique role models for your siblings and for the middle schoolers who followed you. From Juan, who recast that Yeti mascot from a fearsome mountain brute into an intellectually curious playmate at assemblies, to Eileen, who literally took in my precious little Yeti dog whenever I needed a responsible caretaker over the summer. Yeti says, congratulations, Eileen. I remember getting lost in downtown DC with Hayden's crew. We ended up at a Chick-fil-A just before midnight, debating essential life questions like waffle fries or curly ones. And I'll miss the performative troublemaking at Isaac's lunch table. I think they just liked the occasional thrill of getting sent to a timeout at age 18. I enjoyed teaching that math class last year, Joel, as much as Brandon enjoyed making barn animal noises from the back row. And I will treasure the moment Denilah texted me that she had gotten into Middlebury, and then when she told me she was going. My first advice to go there, and I hope it means as much to you as it meant to me. All of you, you are all as fun and special and unique in 12th grade as you were in 6th. You all are an experience. Never lose that. And make sure to thank your parents for that. Because parents, something that I don't know if you know, but to have 100+ young people before us who, as Jason says, are just totally unique and unabashedly themselves. You made the safe homes. You all were the supportive people who made it possible for them to be so amazingly individual. That's pretty, that's new. You all as families are the reason that so many of their biggest dreams, when I ask them about them, are to be able to have their own families one day as amazing as yours. I think it's really special that when I've asked so many of your kids about their future, they talk about colleges and they talk about careers, but they really light up when they talk about the people that'll be in their future, when they talk about the kids they dream of raising, when they talk about the life partners they're going to have, and when they talk about the colleagues and the customers and the constituents in the world that they're going to be leading. Your families must have done so many things so well because so many of you see building your own families as the biggest prize and the best chapter in your road ahead. May those lives, may those families, may your communities, and may everything you do be filled with all the amazing experiences you brought to us these last 7 years. So with that wish, Mr. Board Chair Gonzalez, Ms. Garcia, I have said my final words, and I want to present to the Board of Trustees now our candidates for the 7th edition of our Equipo Academy diplomas for the 7th graduating class, the class of 2024.
Bueno, buenos días. Vamos a presentar a los graduados de la clase de 2024. Maximiliano Aguilar Peña. Daniel Amaya. Annalise Arceo. Diego Esteban Arias. Brandon Arrescueta. Jesús Arredondo Plaza. Alessandra Bayona. Ana Benítez. Samantha Benítez. Joel B. Cisneros. Sandra R. Caballero. Julissa Carvajal Vélez. Valeria Carvajal Vélez. Nicole Cárdenas Ramírez. Aileen Carrasco Ibarra. Álvaro Carrillo Jr. Yarela Casillas. Jesús Cervantes. Carlos Emanuel Chacón Dueñas. Josué Corral Quirós. Delilah Cuen. Isaiah de Santiago. Amy de la Cruz. Ariana Delgado. Yuriana Delgado. Alondra Delgado Landeros. Dorian Aldo Durán. Evelyn Flores. William R. Flores. Eileen Alexandra Gandarilla. Sebastian Gabriel García Acevedo. Kiara García Rodríguez. Natalie García Verduzco. Ivan González. Hayden R. Grenier. Jacqueline Guerrero. Matthew R. Hernandez. Walter Alejandro Hernández Beltrán. Emanuel Hernández Heredia. Abraham Hinojosa. Christopher Ipina. Brian James Garcia. Alfredo Jiménez. Emily Sofía Lara. Betsaida León. Jesús Ramón León. April Loaiza Rodríguez. Roberto López. Diego A. Madrid. Victor Manuel Mancha Ruiz. Elsa Atsiri Mancilla Vaca. Brianna Mariscal. Christopher J. Martinez. Julissa Martinez. Karen Marlene Martínez Pacheco. Abraham Mascorro. Carlos Santiago Matamoros. Brianna Leslie Mendez. Luis Ángel Navarrete. Christian Núñez Corona. Steve Olea Reza. Daniel Jesús Ornelas. Jonas Ray Ortega. Hansel J. Padilla Barrera. Christopher Gabriel Perez. Gerardo Pérez. Isaac Perez Garcia. Jesse Perez Talavera. Daniel Pimentel Escalera. Daniel Ponce. Jonathan Isaí Popoca. Ashley Rabago Hernández. Juan Alberto Ramírez Jr. Luis Eduardo Ramírez Valenzuela. Jonathan Ramírez Vázquez. Denaila Rentería Estrada. Jason Resendiz. Ángel Gerardo Reyes Corona. Hector Alexander Rodríguez. Jesús Rodríguez. Miguel Ángel Enrique Rodríguez. Alitzel Rodríguez García. Raúl Rodríguez Ramírez. Alexander Romero. Moisés Antonio Romero. Ángel José Rosas. Jania Rosas. Miguel Ángel Ruiz Acevedo. Yesenia J. Ruiz Díaz. Christopher Ruiz Tamayo. Estefanía Saavedra Ruiz. Brian Salazar Ortega. Giovanna Salmerón Salgado. Daniel Sánchez. Pablo Gael Sánchez. Alex Sánchez Vázquez. Mónica Sigala Sánchez. Jaciel Troncoso. Víctor Vargas de la Sancha. Jorge Vázquez Tirado. Catherine Vázquez Pérez. Faith Isabela Aguilar. Ruth Samaripa Cancino.
Hello, I am Miguel Angel Rodriguez.
And I'm Jesus León.
Please welcome to the stage our final speaker, Denise Cisneros. Hola, mi nombre es Miguel Ángel Rodríguez.
Mi nombre es Jesús León. Den la bienvenida al escenario a nuestra oradora final, Denise Cisneros.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos días. Es para mí un honor poder dirigirles unas palabras en este día tan especial. La graduación de los alumnos y alumnas de clase 2024. Desde que un hijo nace, los padres recorremos con ellos cada trayecto hacia el éxito y superación. Hoy quiero felicitarte por ser esa madre y ese padre que sirvió de guía, ejemplo y motivación para que tu hija o hijo hoy alcance una meta más de vida. Nuestra dedicación y sacrificio ha sido el motor que ha impulsado a nuestros hijos a alcanzar sus metas académicas. Gracias por brindarles la oportunidad de recibir una educación de calidad, a pesar de que algunos de nosotros, por azares del destino, no tuvimos esa dicha de recibir. Y gracias por nunca dejar de creer en ellos. Su apoyo y su amor incondicional ha sido fundamental en cada paso que han dado hacia su graduación. Hoy celebramos el fin de una etapa muy especial en la vida de nuestros hijos y hijas, atesorando muchas vivencias que les recordarán y acompañarán en la nueva etapa que hoy comienza. En nuestras memorias tenemos el día que los dejamos a la puerta de la escuela por primera vez, llenos de emociones, curiosidades, nerviosismos y alegría. Bueno, también una que otra lágrima o rabieta. El tiempo ha pasado y nuestros hijos y hijas ya no son aquellos niños que comenzaron. Ahora han madurado, aprendiendo cosas extraordinarias y han crecido juntos emocional, física y personalmente. Cada uno ha cumplido su objetivo al estar hoy aquí y por eso es un buen momento para mostrar nuestro agradecimiento a quienes les han acompañado, guiado y dirigido en ese camino. Mr. Sacco. Gratitude is the memory of the heart, and from the bottom of our hearts, we, the parents of these young adults, thank you for not only having a dream, but for pursuing it with such a passion that before you, you have the 7th graduating class of Equipo Academy. Teachers and faculty, we thank you. Thank you for taking care of our children beyond instructing them, for scolding them, for motivating them to succeed, and for teaching them not only to think big, but to be big. To my son, Joel, I can't put into words how grateful I am with God to have, how grateful I am with God to have chosen me to be your mother and for choosing you as your sibling's little brother. As your mom, I've received gratitude and a lot of thank yous from your part. Today, I want to show you my gratitude and thank you. Thank you for being a good son, such a kind, respectful, and humble young man. Thank you for being your sister's safe place in her moments of chaos, and for helping her lead her way to God. Thank you for having your brother's back from day one, no matter the situation, and for more than a brother, being his best friend. Thank you for learning at an early age the importance of friendship. You became a best friend to a group of amazing young men. that I learned to love through your friendship. And they are all locked in a special place in my heart. I'm very proud of the scholar you became, but I'm more proud of the man you're setting yourself to be. I love you. I thought long and hard what I wanted to say to you graduates today, and I quickly realized it was going to be harder than I thought. I was lucky enough to click with this class throughout your high school journey, but the bond I have with most of you goes beyond your high school years. You were 7th grade babies when I met you. And having you every day for lunch during your 8th grade, oh, it wasn't always pretty, but it was all it took for you to win me over. So I thought to myself, if today was my last opportunity to direct some words to you, what would those words be? And today I don't want to say to you, but I want to ask from you. I would like to ask you to be fearless to what life has in place for you. Your journey through our school has not been easy. From the moment you stepped foot in Equipo, you knew it was going to be different. I know you faced challenges that tested your determination and your faith in yourself. The pressures of your academic rigor, our academic rigor, along with the challenges that you faced as a teenager. And let's not forget that your freshman year was in the middle of a pandemic. Above it all, you persevered. You embraced all those challenges and more, and you turned them into opportunities for growth and transformation. Each one of you sitting here today is a testament to the power of resilience. Because every single one of you at some point in your young lives have stumbled, have fallen, but you have never allowed yourselves to be defeated, or we wouldn't be celebrating you today. For every setback you've encountered, you found a way to rise again. Fueled by the fire of your own ambition and the immense support of those who believe in you. I believe in you. I ask you to be fearless to struggle, because it is in the struggle that we find our truest selves. It is in the moments of doubt and unsureness that we discover our own strengths. It is through adversity that we learn the most valuable lessons life has to offer. And it is through perseverance that we achieve our greatest victories. I ask you to never back down from the challenges that lie ahead of you. Embrace them. Learn from them. And allow them to serve as a force for your biggest victories. As you take off on this new chapter of your lives, I ask you to carry with you the lessons you have learned along the way. Face the future with courage, with determination, and don't doubt yourself. We believe in you. I believe in you. And never forget that no matter how hard your journey may seem, you're never alone. Take a look around you. You have the support of your loved ones, and you have each other. Those lifetime friends you've made along the way. And most importantly, you have the power within you to conquer any obstacle that stands in your way. Therefore, leave this place fearless and prepare to take on the world. Never forget where you came from, but never let that hold you back from where you want to go. Congratulations to the class of 2024. May your futures be bright and your hearts be brave.
Students, faculty, guests, and members of the class of 2024. You have your diplomas. You may move your tassels. You are now proud alumni of Equipo Academy Charter High School. Congratulations to you and your family. Impossible is not.
Estudiantes, profesores, invitados y miembros de la clase de 2024 tienen sus diplomas, ya pueden mover sus borlas. Ahora son orgullosos alumnos de Equipo Academy Charter High School. Felicitaciones a ustedes y sus familias. Imposible no es.
Please rise, but remain at your seats for the recessional.
Por favor, ponerse de pie, pero permanezcan en sus asientos para la recesión.